and the rest may take care of itself in terms of the tournament. Here we go. Top 15 marquee showdown. One of two in the ACC today. Stanford plays SMU later, so it is a big day in the league 2 weeks before Selection Sunday. Miami with a fortuitous break there at the net, and so they get things started 1-0 in Louisville. Dahlia Wilson serves it away. And the prowess of Miami at the service line, that is going to be a challenge for Louisville. It's been a challenge for everybody this season. Off those hands, it falls wide of the chalk line, and there's the first kill for Flor Marie Heredia Colon.
And we gotta commend the blockers for Miami. That was a triple block against number 24 in red, Calissa Blackshear.
They know the challenge that Heredia Colon presents. And Louisville's an excellent blocking team. No space there for Nealis Cabello, the center. It is 3-0 Miami. So they're Jose Keno Gondera. He's got to be feeling good. 13th season as the boss in Miami. Puerto Rico native is about to lead his team to a 5th straight NCAA tournament. Program hasn't been this strong in a long time. Things are rolling for his club. Meanwhile, Louisville gets on the board. We saw Peyton Peterson play really well on Thursday. Good start for the sophomore from Iowa. And
that's good tempo offense out to Peterson, number 21 in red. She likes that ball fast and low so that she can split the blockers.
Got off to a really fast start in the first set on Thursday. So is she going to get off to a similar start? It's going to be a lot of swings for Heredia Colon. That's a fortuitous break for the Hurricanes. They're up 4-1. So Dan Meske was one of the architects of this Louisville revival. He spent 7 years as Danny Busboom Kelly's assistant. Helped guide this program to a couple of national championship game appearances in 2022 and 24. Busboom Kelly takes a Nebraska job. Meske takes over. The first-year boss has got his team in position to be a very high seed in the tournament again. So Louisville handles a couple of Kane swings. Peterson off the tape, misfires.
And Peterson just trying to make sure she's going off the edges of the block because a big block is in front of her against a good team like Miami.
You know, Miami's strength is right here at this service line. Ariana Rodriguez, one of the best in the nation. And there is an example why. It is a 64th ace.
And I was going to say, Louisville needs a timeout really quickly because...
Points leader, attack attempts leader in the nation. She has been a supernova this year.
And that's when a player like Heredia Colon thrives. She wants the ball in her hands when it matters. And right now, she's got Miami rolling.
After that error from Cara Cressy, Miami takes a 7-1 lead right out of the chute in this top-tier marquee matchup in the ACC. Dan Meske and Louisville just burned one of their 2 timeouts here in the first set. There's a set up high to Peyton Peterson, who's got the 1 kill for the Cardinals. Cabello going right back to her. Peterson couldn't land it that time. Miami's libero, Nelani Feliciano, has been strong of late.
And that pass has to be a little bit closer so that Louisville can get some transition offense.
Look
or
out.
You're going to see a swing on that left pin. Not able to reset Louisville. Heredia Colon makes them pay for it. You see a slow, lackadaisical start, and then you see a misplaced block by Cabello, number 8 in red. Miami takes advantage of it.
5-0 scoring run. It is an 8-1 lead for the visiting Hurricanes. Cara Cressy, there's the 2-time all-conference middle, finally lands one.
And maybe that can be the catalyst for Louisville to get some offense, because Louisville's been passing just fine. First contact has been okay. It's those transition plays where they need to make sure they're settled in.
Yeah, only 2 kills on the 10 attempts. Again, we're just getting started, but Miami is very sharp to begin. Another point for Heredia Colon and the Canes. That one ricocheted off the block and out of play. And everybody knows, every opponent knows the type of swing volume that the senior from the Dominican Republic is going to take. And she is that good. Little wide on the serve, and it's 9-3.
The question for Louisville, the answer to the question for Louisville can't be how do we stop her? It is how do we maintain our side of the net? How do we do our game correctly? Because right now, first contact is important for Louisville, but they need to be able to put the ball away.
Well, that's been a strength of this Louisville team. Van Mesky loves that back row defense. And Ace will help try to trim the deficit. Molly Urban aces an opponent again here.
Molly Urban does a good job of going line to line. Really tough serve here, trying to make them pass off their left.
She's got more time recently, the young back row player. Vicious kill for Miami. It's a 10-4 lead.
And that's essentially what happens when you serve the best passer on the floor. You see number 2 there for Miami. Feliciano passes nails to get the offense going for Miami.
Feliciano has been a program veteran, took over as the libero ahead of this season. You know, this is going to be a fun little battle at the net between the two setters. Cabello and Rodriguez, they're very offensively skilled. Cabello, a wise move.
And Cabello just elevates to that ball. There was absolutely no way she was setting it. She dropped her right hand, but very aggressive attack from Cabello, number 8.
Sophomore from Florida this year, earned the captain nod. Tight to the middle. That time it was Wilson who denies Hannah Sherman.
Dahlia Wilson does a good job of being very patient, but just look at her hands over early before Hannah Sherman, number 11 in red, contacts the ball. That's ideal blocking on Miami's side.
Boy, Miami has been impactful. Again, it's early, but it has been impactful in just about every phase of the game in the early goings of this first set. Good effort that time by Feliciano, but Louisville converts a kill, and it's Calissa Blackshear with her first. Chloe Chicoine to the service line. Number 7 in the red. Keep an eye out for, because she has been the most effective attacker for Louisville the last month of the season. Big swing. Off the block. Or pardon me, that's a point for Louisville.
And that's ideally where number 11 in white wants the ball. She wants it on the edge of the block, wanting to go line. Blackshear is there to handle it.
I lost focus for a second. That one was coming right at us. So that one did hit the net. Chicoine back to the service line. Rodriguez, back set, off the block. So Wilson tools it and scores it.
Just a nice off speed, off the block. That was a space where you see Chloe Chicoine, number 7, go for that ball. She could easily pick that up. Be defensive minded first to get offense going.
Miami hitting close to 600. Early stages of this first set. Maybe a double contact, yes. Double contact on Miami.
And that double contact was called because the ball actually did go over on the other side to Louisville's side. So double contact.
Camden Tran to serve. This feels like this is going to be maybe one of the next great matches in the ACC this year. There has been so many. Heredia Colon, did she land it? Was looking for the precision kill along that back line. The ruling it was out.
And Ariana Rodriguez, number 6 for Miami, she adamantly went to Coach Keno and said there was a touch on that block. So we've got a challenge by Miami.
Jose Gandara, they call him Coach Keno.
Miami is challenging the ball landed in. We'll also take a look for touches.
Brian Hemmelgarn, he is our down official, so he's going to take a look at the monitor. Rod Rodriguez is up on the chair today.
So we're looking at a few things. If it touched number 24's hand there, which it looks like it did.
Yeah, that's Blackshear. Looks like maybe right
on
ring
her right
finger.
Her right hand touches that ball.
And again, so with the challenge system, Hemmelgarn, he's going to look at all aspects of this play. Touch, where it lands. Anything definitive here Obviously, to overturn this in Miami's favor, we need something definitive, indisputable, that would suggest it would be Miami's point. Is there enough there to show a finger getting bent back?
Not necessarily from this view. I don't see that there is a good vantage point to overturn it, but they have multiple views, and now they can also look at whether the ball was in or out as well.
These points, sometimes they are decided by a fraction. That's what makes these calls so difficult.
After the review, the call on the floor will stand. Miami will lose a challenge.
And so nothing definitive. Now that is, you can see, boy, the surprised expression on Gandara's face. So that's notable for a couple of reasons. You lose a challenge in the first set. So Gandara only has one remaining for the rest of this match, unless we were to reach a fifth set. The rule with the challenge, if you win the challenge, you would retain it. But he's down to one here in the first set. There's an ace for Louisville, trying to get a little momentum going.
And that's how you respond to a long challenge decision. Louisville comes and goes behind that service line, and number 3, Camden Strand, goes line to line, first an ace.
Rodriguez tried to sneak it over. Peterson, soft attack, got it. That's 3 in a row now for the Cardinals. It's a 1-point set again.
And we saw the first time that ball landed in the donut. Chloe Chicoine, number 7, did not go for that ball. She did not make the same mistake twice, and that proved some transition offense for Louisville.
It's only one Cardinal with multiple kills. It's Peterson. Again, they had a little bit of a shaky beginning to this first set. So it was a 4-0 run, rather. But now that's over. Off the block and wide. That's a couple of times Miami has been effective, ricocheting it off the Louisville block.
And now the attention goes to that left pin for Miami, number 12, Heredia Colon.
To the middle. Blackshear, no, almost kept off the floor by Miami. Cressy wide.
Defense on the floor for Miami. You see the pancake, number 5, gets under it. Durst doing a good job and right back.
Yeah, really well done by the freshman, Olivia Durst. So that saves a point for Miami. That time, Louisville punches back. Calissa Blackshear with the wicked swing right in the middle.
And I love the option of Louisville running a lot of offense through Calissa Blackshear, number 24, because she has such a high reach that she's over the block a majority of the time, and it's hard to defend.
Really talented rookie from LA County. Matter of fact, she's the highest scoring rookie in the league this year. Heredia Colon slams it off the block. So for this vaunted Louisville block, they got 0. 0 so far. Miami's the first of 15.
And Heredia Colon right now has 7 kills on the match. As you can see, last match against Notre Dame, 32 kills.
It's automatic.
It's very impressive.
Again, the nation's kills leader, and by a pretty significant margin, relatively speaking. More than 6 kills per set.
Good
Here we
first
go,
contact,
Cressy
Louisville.
denied.
Good first contact, Louisville. It's not the passing. It's really having to elevate above that set, because there's an aggressive blocker on the other end, and you see good pass by Chloe Chicoine out of 7. Better block by Heredia Colon.
So then based on what you're saying, it makes sense. Miami hitting 350 points higher than Louisville to this point.
So now, number 24, Blackshear subs, rotates back into the back row. So look for her to take some back row attacks to just spread that net for Louisville, giving more options.
Yeah, they're looking for some answers. Peterson had that one dug out. This is up high to the superstar. Peterson sizing it up. That'll work.
You know, nice high out of system set. That's the patience of number 21, Peterson. She takes that ball, making sure it's in front of her to get a good quality attempt.
Now she's at the line to serve it. Flor Marie Heredia Colon. Louisville got its fingertips on it, but then they could not locate it off the block. Out of play. Miami with the lead. First set in Louisville. I think she's good at the net. You could argue that she's maybe even better at the service line. Close to 50 aces on the year. That one finds the floor. So this time it's not Heredia Colon. They're getting some contributions from Amina Njai down the line.
And Njai is a quiet force on that right side. Miami is really struggling to find that consistency on that right pin with the absence of Grace Lopez from last year. So they're looking to really make sure that they're spreading it.
Cressy gets it done that time. And Jen, to even further your point, remember Miami has played half a season now without their starting right side for this season. That's Ava Carney. Very productive first 13 matches, but she's been out 7 weeks. So the story goes she is maybe a possibility to return this year. That's the latest from Miami, but up in the air. Even despite the absence, Miami and their star, Heredia.
Have Heredia Colon in the back row, so let's see what the front row for Miami is going to produce.
To the middle. Oh, she gets denied. That was Logan Wiley, who got blocked by Louisville.
Patience is key, and Hannah Sherman, number 11, is a phenomenal blocker, and you see her just ID the ball and elevate hands over first to get that block.
And she leads the league with that per set average. She has been a very physical presence this year. Now here's Heredia Colon.
And unfortunately, you get a net violation on the side of Louisville, so another kill added to Heredia Colon.
Looked like that swing and that attempt went wide anyway. So that is a fortuitous break for Miami. So let's count it up. This is just astounding. It's automatic match to match. That's now 9 set 1 kills for the superstar in the sport. Sherman buries that one through. 2-point set.
I like the decision to bring Hannah Sherman, number 11, on that slide. You see her option. She could have gone cross, or she could have been patient a little bit and gone line, but she still got the kill nonetheless.
That time she beats the freshman opposing her on the other side for Miami. Rodriguez not going to mess around. They go right back to their ace. That gets it done. Double-digit kill total in the first set.
I mean, double-digit kills, but let's talk about the accuracy. Look at the number.
Oh my gosh.
643.
The fearless pin hitter. Best in the nation in terms of kills per set. That's wide. So Louisville gets it back to a 2-point set. 20-18 in the opening set in Louisville. Chacoin, versatile 6-rotation star this year for the Cardinals. And they've got an opportunity. Here's a freebie up high to Blackshear. Handled. Danilovic, no. Blackshear again. Longer rally. Who's it going to favor? This one's still off the floor. Looking for a kill. Peterson, yeah, down the line.
And when Peterson, number 21, when she pulls out all of the weapons, that was a good idea to recycle the ball, better defense. The ball was in a perfect position for her to go line.
Yeah, no way to stop that one. 4 kills for Peterson. That leads all Louisville pin hitters. On target pass. This is Wilson. Hammers it. Dahlia Wilson again. We've talked about that a couple of times. Every once in a while, you need those contributions in certain rotations. And where are they going to come from? Wilson having a career year in her second season in Miami. Off the block and out of play. 1 point set now. We're into the 20s, playing to 25.
And you see again, blockers and attackers use the edges of the block to make sure they're going off high hands and out of bounds.
Heredia Cologne rises, could not snap it. Back to Peterson. She's got the hot hand. It's a handful of kills for Peterson in a short period of time to even the score.
Nice tempo from Cabello, number 8, just from end to end, right down the seam of the block. Peterson gets that kill.
Wilson on the slide. Oh, no doubter.
And Kevin, you talk about contributors for Miami's offense. With Heredia Cologne, she's going to get her kills. She's going to be the one and the go-to. But Ariana Rodriguez has done a beautiful job of just spreading it around, making sure that there's not a focal point of Heredia Cologne. And you've got Wilson, number 10, being at an advantage.
Yeah, she's got 3 kills. Well, for Rodriguez, 13 assists. So that's well above her per set average of about 10. And it has been a brilliant first set offensively for Miami. Wilson might have got scratched maybe on that swing. So you got the athletic training staff coming over to maybe stop the bleeding right on the left wrist. So they're going to work on Wilson. So we're going to remind you, Tuesday, men's hoops doubleheader. Caleb Wilson and the 25th ranked Tar Heels host Navy inside the Dean Dome. That's at 7 Eastern. And then Syracuse at 9 against Monmouth. So UNC. Boy, Wilson off to a really good start. One of the many excellent freshmen across the country. So back here in Louisville. On the volleyball court this season, these two have been not just 2 of the best in the league. You can see based on the rankings, they've been 2 of the best in the nation all year. Late first set, Jen. What are you keeping your eye on?
And what I'm looking at is the grit and the resilience that this Louisville spot, again, they started with a huge deficit. I believe it was 7-1 as you get that block from Miami. So the consistency is still there on the side of Miami, but Louisville came back
to shoot. So they have played in front from the start. Playing at 25 in this tone-setting first. Peterson slams it through.
Starts with first contact. Now the strategy for Miami, I'm seeing that they're really trying to force Camden Strand, number 3 in white for Louisville, to pass the ball, and she's been doing a very good job.
Where would Louisville be without Peterson in this first set? 7 kills, very effective. Miami by 1. Heredia Cologne, that's dug out. Oh, and she got a second crack at it and converted.
Jumped a little bit early, but the hang time and the athleticism of Heredia Cologne allowed her to take that second attempt with some power.
Got that fortuitous bounce off the top of the net. Set point. The visiting Hurricanes trying to set the tone in this high-stakes battle in Louisville. Bit of an overpass maybe. Cabello handles it. Cabello's got to send it over. Feliciano to the star. Rolls it. Not that time. Peterson rejected. And Miami wins the first set. 25-22. It hit impact in that first set, didn't they?
I think Miami needs to continue to elevate. They have their foot on the gas. They cannot let up. I think Louisville, I think for them, it's a little bit more intangible as opposed to skill. Their energy needs to be a little bit more higher than it is now, because they were a little bit flat coming into that first set.
Well, you just saw it. Miami did not trail in that first set, so the 1-0 advantage, first time Louisville was ahead. Hurricanes punch right back. Peterson, there she is, number 21 in the red, led the way for Louisville. 7 kills. Heredia Cologne was outstanding once again. and the hit percentage for both teams really tells the tale of the first.
And the
High,
advantage,
Cressy.
the advantage for Louisville was actually that they had more aces, so it started with defense. Both sides very, very strong. Louisville needs to find the floor on their attack.
And all said and done, it was a tight 25-22 is the final score. It was very close late in that first set. See, Louisville has come back and won a bunch of matches when they lose the first set. This one feels like it's going to be more of a marathon, perhaps, between these two. Not quite a sprint. Heredia Cologne, the supernova of the sport this year, cashes in on her first kill in this set. The senior from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. 4th year with the program. And based on every statistic you want to look at, she has improved from year to year in all ways. Louisville pounds that off the block, and it's a kill for Kara Cressy.
I would like to see the first tempo offense established a little bit more for Louisville. Kara Cressy, she has 8 attempts, 4 kills, needing to set her more, very much needing to find the floor for Kara Cressy and some offense.
Njai took a swing, didn't work. Chloe Chicoine, boy, very close, couldn't find the floor twice that time. Great off speed, just brilliant.
Both teams sacrificing their body on the floor. You see a nice reach extension on the side of NJ. And smart shot by Heredia Cologne on that right pin.
That's in. Heredia Cologne lets out a roar after that precision ace.
And we understand that she has the kill aspect on that left pin in the front line, but that was a cathartic release by her on that defensive end with that ace.
Yeah. 2nd in the league behind Rodriguez with now close to 50 aces. Amina Njai showing the full range of ability. She had the dig earlier.
Just a beautiful set by Rodriguez. You see, she sees the block, understands that number 13, Kara Cressy, is leaning toward that outside, sets the right down the seam.
Chicoine really good in serve receive. And yes, she terminates it. Yeah, that always feels good. You handle a missile and then the kill afterward.
And Chicoine is so athletic. You see that she had to even extend more. Her hang time was there. There needs to be a rhythm to set her to get her in system.
You know, I was going to say, was that her first? That's just her 2nd kill. So 2 kills for Chicoine. Now, she's only taken 4 swings. No errors. Heredia Cologne from the back row. Big swing. Yeah, Chicoine's got 2 in a row.
And that's how fast the ball comes back at you. You see that's good tempo by Cabello. Heredia Cologne was just resetting, stopping her feet, and that's why that ball swung out.
Chicoine's been the catalyst the last month and a half of the season for Louisville. Njai got it. Just terrific offense so far for Miami to begin this match. Hitting close to 500. Still early. We're only early goings of the 2nd set. Miami operating at a very high level. They get a freebie here. Rodriguez wants Danilovic. Just shoved it right off the block. She got handcuffed a little bit. Still did something with it.
Danilovic did a beautiful job of just taking care of the ball, making it better. That ball was set to her very low, and that is how you better the ball as a left pin attacker.
You know, it's physicality, athleticism, but also got to have those instincts at the net. Nice work from Rodriguez to keep it off the floor. That swing is long, so a misfire from Miami. Gets it back to 1-point set. Louisville bench celebrating.
And Louisville bench is celebrating because the energy is a little bit low. It still feels like, even though Louisville is firing back, that Miami has all of the momentum.
They've been very sharp in all facets. Tight to the middle. Wilson, yes, down the line, converts it.
Just gets on that edge. That was an outlet pass. Good availability by Wilson.
You clearly are liking what Rodriguez is doing so far for Miami.
Just the distribution. You know, as a player, as a middle, you want to run that first tempo offense. And I just love how Rodriguez, number 6 for Miami, is really distributing the ball because, again, the focal point can be Heredia Cologne, but you've got Njai on that right pin. You've got Danilovic on that left. Just good job all around.
Miami by 1 after the Cardinals kill. Another chance. Heredia Cologne off that block. There was a touch. It's a kill.
It's just kind of a 2-ball. You see it's Heredia Cologne and Rodriguez just giving her the ball back. I think Heredia Cologne knew that ball was a kill before she even landed on the ground.
Come on, ladies, let's go. Let's go.
Miami just making sure they have the proper server on that back line.
Cabello up high, Peterson, yes. Soft spot on the floor. Peterson now with 8 kills to lead Louisville. She's come alive this weekend. Offensively, that is. You know, she's always been, all season long, Peterson has been an excellent passer, very reliable in the back row. Her digs per set numbers, they're terrific for a pin hitter. And offensively now, she's got a groove back last couple matches.
I mean, for Peyton Peterson, number 21, she's got 8 kills leading all attackers for Louisville.
Yeah, add one more, partner.
9 of 17, so she's hitting at a high clip. But what Louisville wants to establish is they don't just want one of their triple threat options to be available. They want all 3, and you see that Chloe Chicoine, again, only with 3 kills. She has 0 errors, but that's a low total attempts for her, as well as Blackshear needing to get them going a little bit to spread that offense for Louisville.
Very similar numbers for that duo. They are 2/3 of that 3-headed monster that you mentioned. 12, Miami with a lead, set 2. We apologize, folks, for the audio issues. Everything is back in place. Should be good to go rest of the way. With Jennifer Hoffman, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. High-stakes marquee battle in the ACC 2 weeks before Selection Sunday. So we had a whistle, by the way, right at the net. This is Jose Gandara, and he is hot.
Coach Keno is going back and forth with the R2. He might get a card.
Well, the down official that time, that was Brian Hemmelgarn. I think he kind of put his hand up saying, enough, or I might have to throw one at you. Now Miami punches right back to retake a lead. Heredia Cologne, who else?
And we know the ball is going to Heredia Cologne. She wants to silence this crowd. She wants to end the rally. And what better hand to put the ball in?
The most dominant pin hitter in the sport. Nation's leader in kills and points. Louisville ties it up.
It is a tied up second set. And you're looking at 17 kills so far for number 12 for Miami. That's a big number.
It's just outrageous. Only 2 errors.
Outrageously good.
You know, it's this combination, though, of not just the physical skill and athleticism, but endurance as well. This is match after match. There's no player with as high of a usage as Heredia Cologne in the nation. Louisville by 1 after the latest kill. They're the first of 15, and that takes us to a timeout.
And we talked with Coach Dan Meske, and he was very transparent with us. He said that Peterson has been struggling of late, so we need to figure out how to get her started early and often, and that's what you have seen from the last 2 matches from Louisville. And she's just continuing to extend her streak with 10 kills.
Gotta like that trust from your coach. I mean, they know what she's capable of. Yeah, and it was shaky offense. She has always been reliable on that back row. They're gonna go to her. Cabello pushed it all the way out to that pin. Yeah, just too much force. Yeah, that is, it's so difficult. How do you set up the block against this player? What do you do?
And honestly, there was nothing more that Louisville really could do.
Yeah.
You see that Hannah Sherman and Blackshear both had hands over. It was just a continuously strong presence at the net is necessary for Louisville block.
You're saying she's just at a Olympic level. I mean, it would not be surprising in a few years to see her on that Dominican national team.
If you can't go over, you can go through, and that's exactly what Heredia Cologne
Right.
did.
What a luxury for Miami to have her back for this one final season. That was a triple block. There were 6 hands right there. That block, though, and it's wide of the line. Point for Louisville.
Now again, a good swing on that side, but notice that Heredia Cologne's hips were facing outward, and that's why that ball shifted out of bounds.
Wilson just with a whiff on that swing. So Louisville has tied it. Wilson's had a good match thus far, just a rare error that time on the swing. Miami calls a timeout. First time it feels like they might be on their heels. 17 all in the second set in Louisville.
True.
He's been working Hemmelgarn in the last few minutes of this match. He was upset with a call that did not go in his team's favor, but you cannot be upset with what Heredia Cologne has done today. So she is maintaining the 10 kill percentage. She might best it. 19 kills now. We're playing first to 25 in the second set.
I mean, there's not much more you can say. Again, this is what happens when a player takes over a match. You are seeing it right now. She's got 19 kills, but she silences this crowd and she makes people watch her.
She is undoubtedly in the running. The question is she the front runner or not? But she's in the running, of course, for AVCA National Player of the Year. She's one of the 14 semifinalists named a couple of weeks ago.
Louisville is challenging a net fault at the end of the play.
So Dan Meskey wants us to take a look at this possession, or at that latest sequence at the net. You know, we'll get into it in a moment. I don't know, if you lead the nation in kills, your team is sitting there top 15 of the nation, how could you not be the front runner? Let's get into that in a moment, partner, but I think we're gonna take a look at this replay.
We're looking here on whether she comes down on the net, but it doesn't matter if she comes down on the net if she is outside the antenna. Touching any part of that net outside of the antenna is fair game.
Okay,
so
yep.
to the left where she is right now positioned, if she touched it, it's negligible. It's anything inside the two pin antennas on whether or not she touches the net.
You can see the red and white striped antenna on either side.
If she is anywhere to the left of that touching the net, again, negligible. If she is outside of it, anywhere inside it, can't touch.
I mean, that's very tight. You can't really make a ruling from that replay. Or maybe you can. That was really just hard to see, in my opinion. Again, Brian Hemmelgarn, our down official. He's got many
After
looks.
the review, the original decision is confirmed. Louisville will lose a challenge.
So
and I
what that
think it's
means,
the right call
yeah.
because Heredia Cologne again was on the outside of that antenna, so that is dead space. Anywhere inside the antenna is where you cannot touch the net because it interferes with the play of the ball.
Both coaches have lost their challenges, so each with one left. If we reach a fifth, they would each get one back. There's a cross-court kill for Louisville. 1 point set, getting later in the second.
But I think here Louisville has to get some momentum. They have to start to go on a few runs, and maybe they can do it from the service line. Number 6, Hannah Kinney, is really good. She leads the team in aces, so let's see if she can get some points on the board for Louisville.
It's been a terrific rookie season for Kenny. Heredia Cologne denied that time. Up high, Peterson rejected. It's Rodriguez leading the way.
And this is what happens when, honestly, for Louisville, you don't have any back row attack offense because you leave your offense one-dimensional. Everyone knew that that ball was going to the left pin, and the blockers for Miami just did a better job.
Miami by 2. They won the first set. They have been playing with a lead for virtually 99% of this match. They have rarely trailed. It's only happened a couple of times. Here we go, Peterson off the block, it's in.
And I think that's where the left pin attackers need to go every single time. Cabello, number 8 for Louisville, needs to set that ball as close to the pin to give Peterson the option of going line, because the defense for Miami is not existent on that line.
Rodriguez to Heredia Cologne, just look out. It's a wicked swing.
Oh my.
Boy, that one, it hit Cam Schran right off the noggin. And I think Dan Meskey's just gonna make sure everybody's good to go here. Heredia Cologne to serve it away now with a 2-point edge late in the second set, playing to 25. Cressy, they need it. Yes.
Kara Cressy has got to come alive on offense. She has that behind the setter attack, but it needs to be consistent. It needs to be a little bit closer to that pin so that she can go line, score some points for Louisville. But again, she rotates out, so who's the next option?
On target pass to Rodriguez. Njai deflects, tips it off the block. It's good.
Smart shot by Amina Njai. She has 4 kills on the match, but Miami is hitting at a scorching 448 for the set, while Louisville That's not a bad attack percentage for Louisville. They're just not going on enough runs.
1 point set again. Cabello serves. Crunch time, second set. Quick to the middle. Somehow that one works. Wasn't quite the most vaunted of connections.
Number 6, Ariana Rodriguez, again, really seeing and understanding where the blocker is. Notice Ariana Rodriguez was at the 3-meter line setting that first tempo offense.
Miami 2 away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead. But Louisville says not so fast. That's their second block as a team. Comes at an important moment.
Absolutely a critical moment. Louisville is known to be a blocking team, and you see Blackshear, number 24 for Louisville, seal that net. Nowhere to go for the attackers.
They smothered Florida State the other day. You can see 16. Again, they are third in the nation entering this match in terms of blocks. Today it's been a non-factor. Oh, Heredia Cologne right into the tape. We're even at 23. So back-to-back for Louisville.
And Heredia Cologne says, you're good, it happens. But again, the beautiful blocker of Hannah Sherman, number 11, staying consistent and honestly understanding where that ball is going to go in crunch time for Miami.
On the slide, this is Wilson. Wilson cashes in, and set point is coming up for Miami. Really good match for Dahlia Wilson, the senior from Turkey. Danilovic serves it. Blackshear, no. A chance for the Hurricanes. It's their star. Deflected and handled. Blackshear again. Feliciano with a dig. That's long. Even at 24 again. And now it's win by 2.
We're definitely going to get a challenge. You have to appreciate the risk that Heredia Cologne took. That ball was coming long over her shoulder, and she still took a rip at it. And we're challenging
Miami is challenging a block touch.
That was a really quick challenge. What'd you see here?
And it could go either way. There's a couple looks. I didn't see it. But we're looking at, of course, we see that the block is split. So we could be looking at the left hand of number 24, Blackshear.
Boy, quick review.
After the review, the original decision is confirmed. Miami will lose a challenge.
Miami is out of challenges for the remainder of the match unless we play to the 5th. Then each team gets 1 challenge back. Whoa.
So now here's a clutch decision by Rodriguez, because you have number 10 Wilson, who's been playing phenomenally. She's got 7 digs, and you got Heredia Cologne.
Got to win by 2. Heredia Cologne had that one hammered back right at her. Takes a swing. Got it. Miami will serve for set point again.
Was there ever a question that the ball was going to go to Heredia Cologne? Again, Rodriguez has good options, but you're going to rely on that left hand, and she just turns it down line. Thumb up.
See how that one snapped the last second. Is Miami going to go up 2-0? We're going to play on. That lands wide, 25 all.
As a former middle blocker, I love to
Set point for Miami again. We apologize for the audio issues. Miami, after a Heredia Cologne kill, was just serving there for set point. It's an error, a rare service error for Miami, and so we play on. Some bonus volleyball in the second set. You have to win by 2. Miami won the first set. Which way is this pivotal match going to swing? Heredia Cologne. Long, missed it wide, and Louisville with the unexpected lead late in a set that it is played from behind for the majority of. It's got a chance.
And keeping her out of an option for attacking.
You see at the top of the court, right side. Up high, Rodriguez. Yeah, to the superstar.
Doesn't matter.
23 kills, 23.
Again, good serve, line for line, but Kara Cressy has to know to go and fade to her left to put a double block in front of Heredia Cologne.
And she just aced them. Miami back in front by 1. Late in the second, Dan Messi's going to use the with Miami being served against for set point, and they go on that run. Now, if you're the Miami side, look, you got a chance to really make a statement. I mean, they have an opportunity to sweep a top 10 team in their building.
And that's an
they haven't beaten Louisville in a long time, you can see.
And that's an unfortunate start to this third set for Louisville. That's what's going to set the tone for them. But Miami, again, they're looking for those quality wins, and this, a sweep against number 7 Louisville, would be big time.
We will see where the chips fall in this third set. Louisville down the line. And it was a nice swing that time for Peyton Peterson, who continues to lead the offensive attack. A couple of service errors that have given Miami its first 2 points in the third.
Louisville's gotta allow the game to come to them. And what I mean by that is they're forcing things right now that don't necessarily fit. At a certain point, you just gotta get the ball over, play some defense to get some transition offense.
Are they a little tight right now?
Again, trying too hard. Just let the game come to you. Again, you're looking at that ace. They're trying to split between Peterson and Chicoine. Right now, if I were Peterson, I would allow Chloe Chicoine to pass that ball so that I can attack on that left pin.
Yeah, that was Chicoine's, wasn't it? Here's Rodriguez again. So it's always difficult. She's one of the best in the nation at the service line. That's off the block. Cressy gets it done. So Kara Cressy consistently throughout this match, popping up, making impactful plays. Strangely enough, she does not have a block. Offensively, second on the team today with the 7 kills. Rodriguez to the middle. Wiley, score it. Second kill for Wiley on just her 3rd swing.
Logan Wiley being available. You see her coming out of left front, a little bit away from the setter to set that gap and get that kill.
The sophomore middle from Georgia. After the error, Louisville to serve it again.
I think the one thing that is missing from this Louisville team is some back row offense. Right now for Miami, they have it with Heredia Cologne coming out of pipe, but if everything stays in the front, Louisville can become one-dimensional at times. As you see, now it's a conversation, and Coach Dan Meske is going to challenge very quickly.
Yeah, I thought that one did hit the pin. So it was ruled Miami point.
But now we're going to see all of the R1, R2, they're all going to converse right now to see if it's even necessary for Coach Dan Meske to cause a challenge.
You know, this would be fortuitous for Louisville. It's not as if they were necessarily in jeopardy of losing that challenge. That one would have been easily retained. So
it's a matter
officials
of,
get it right.
It's a matter of Coach Dan Meske even needing to make one. You see here that ball could potentially be that Yeah, the ball on Miami side hit the antenna first. So now there's a discussion. What's happening?
You know, the physics of that one makes sense. The hand is behind the pin.
Coach Keno is like, I'm not saying anything right now. It is what it is. It's 4-4. And I think we are going to get our first card. And Coach Keno is saying, he got into my face. Coach Keno was backing off. But again, here we are. How is Louisville going to respond, and how is Miami going to respond?
Gandara just got warned there.
And now the call is that the person that took that second ball over is front row, and she took it with one hand. So this is a big deal.
Feliciano coming over to talk with her coach.
Now
the conversation there?
The call on the floor was that the back row setter was above the plane of the net and took the ball over. But as you can see, it was the middle number 4 Wiley who is front row and can easily take the ball over. So bad call, but again, Miami gets that point regardless.
Yeah, great catch, partner. So the emotions are running high early in this third set. Amina Njai just secured the latest kill for Miami to even things up at 5 apiece. Feliciano with 20+ aces on the year. Serves it. Chacoin could not land the punch. Chacoin on the floor. Cabello on the floor. Louisville with the hustle. Can they withstand the surge here? They've got an opportunity. It's going to be big for momentum. Chacoin nails it.
This is the energy that this Louisville Cardinals squad was missing, and you see Chloe Chacoin away from that left pin, come inside, shoot that ball into dead man's corner.
Serving with a lead. Danilovic takes a swing. Do we have a touch? No touch. Louisville point. Danilovic is incensed. She's going, there was a touch. She's trying to appeal to her coach. And now Gandara's looking at his assistants. What are we going to do?
They're going to play on.
Yeah, play on. Danilovic. A little vengeance for Danilovic at the net.
And it was interesting. Now we're looking at Coach Dan Meske talking to the officials, saying they're yelling across the net. So this match is getting really heated. Things are getting really intense.
It's been a tense start to the third set. Both coaches are working our down official. Heredia Cologne's attempt, that one is long. So Louisville by 2. This 2-point hedge is it's weird to say a 2-point lead is the largest of the match, but Louisville has been playing from behind. Or played from behind, I should say, in those first 2 sets. Rarely had an advantage. Heredia Cologne with another kill. So that is her first of this third set after 24 in the first 2.
And now she's in the front row, so she's got 3 rotations. Louisville has to contend with her.
Peterson hit the top of the tape, but there was a touch. Yeah, that one did get a little bit of the blocker. Point for Louisville.
Rodriguez being undersized. She needs to make sure that her body position is better, facing into 6 on the block.
Overpass, Peterson converts it. You gotta credit the libero, Camden Schrand, on that one. 3-point edge. Schrand with that short serve, trying it again. Not that time. 30-plus aces on the year for Schrand, the junior from Kentucky. Really skilled server.
Tough time for a missed serve to come for Louisville.
Well, they get one right back. So they trade errors. The stakes so high in this one for both of these teams. 2 weeks until Selection Sunday. Louisville trying to run down Stanford and win the league. Miami, meanwhile, trying to continue and put an exclamation point on one of its best seasons in program history. It's 12-8 Louisville, and Miami needs a minute. Biggest burst player, Jen Hoffman, turned All-American volleyball player. I'm Kevin Fitzgerald. Probably really get that as an introduction, yeah?
I do not.
Nice kill that time for
it.
Miami. Oh, we're just trying to tie things together. So Miami's down 3. Should they be down 1 right now?
It was a shift in momentum because the R1 made a bad call that went against Miami, so it caused a lot of commotion. Miami is a very emotional squad, so they rely a lot on their intensity and their excitement and energy, while Louisville really getting it. And right now you're seeing it again. Miami is rallying back, playing emotional. Louisville, they had the crowd behind them, so they do not want them to go quiet again.
Look at Miami doubling up Louisville in that block department. They've got 6. We're into this 3rd set where Miami, the visiting Hurricanes, have won the first 2, and they were really competitive, tight ones. Great defense by Miami, and so they convert. A little confusion on the Louisville side. It's a 1-point set.
And I don't agree that that was confusion. That was just in the wrong place. You see that the defense, Chloe Chacoin, thought that that ball was going to be rolled inside, but a smarter attacker in Heredia Cologne pushes that ball very, very sharp angle.
Peterson. Peterson again. That is twice that Miami has sent it back, and it's got the upper hand. Heredia Cologne is denied.
That is how you remain patient and shut down the blocker. Look at number 8. She tags and IDs the ball, making sure that she beats the ball, hands over. That's a beautiful block. Right now, as a team, Louisville is only at 4, Miami's at 6, but the block is coming alive at the right time for Louisville.
Yeah, they sealed her off that time.
Here we
go. You can only contain Heredia Cologne for so long. That was a ricochet off of the block. 1-point set.
And Miami's been trying to climb out of this deficit again, only down by 1. But I would say that it's because in the first 2 sets, Heredia Cologne had 24 kills. She has only gotten 3 thus far in this set. So she's coming alive. Louisville needs to make sure their foot's on the gas and keep this lead.
They now lead by 2 after the error. That serve from Heredia Cologne was very close. Wound up going long. 1-point set again.
That's their 6th service error for Louisville.
Cabello, the setter, over to Chacoin. Danilovic dug it out. Louisville handles. Cabello took a swing. Back set, end shy. Anybody gonna get it? Peterson does. Fun rally. Who's going to win it? Is Chicoine going to take the big swing?
Oh
No!
my, oh
She's
my.
smothered at the net, even at 14.
Dahlia Wilson said absolutely not. Look at the elevation. Beautifully done.
Yeah, that's textbook. That is textbook. 7 blocks now for Miami. It's got the upper hand defensively at the net.
And you see here again, Louisville is trying to get some offense in that back line, so they put in Blackshear.
There's Chicoine.
Now as Blackshear rotates into the front row, will we see some established offense out of the back row by Peterson, number 21. She is used to being a part of that offense.
3 really competitive sets in Louisville. There's Danilovic, the freshman from Serbia. Has been a super contributor the last couple of matches, and today is no exception.
And Danilovic, that's a quick swing down the seam of the block. Hannah Sherman, number 11 in red, just a little bit late. That block's fading out. Danilovic takes advantage, and that's her 5th kill.
To go along with 4 digs. She's been impactful. That winds up wide. Louisville back in front by 1. This is now turned into a back and forth 3rd set. Miami, though, has a 2-0 lead in Louisville in a critical late season ACC battle. Cabello handles it off of the block touch. Heredia Cologne on the floor. Miami somehow saves it. Big chance. Blackshear! It's a gnarly swing!
I mean, this is just beautiful volleyball. Miami is sacrificing their body on the defensive end, just going point for point. And you see the high reach on that right pin by Blackshear to get a kill. That's her 5th on the match.
That's off the block. So Danilovic somehow squeezes it through.
And the reason that Danilovic got that kill is because Blackshear, number 24, went high instead of over, and it leaves room to move the ball around the arms. And you see Danilovic gets that kill.
The emotions are running high in this 3rd set. Yeah, that's Blackshear. Just pounds it straight off the block. 2-point lead for Louisville. It's obvious the Cardinals have to have it. Down 2-0. They've got the late 2nd set lead. Wilson found the soft spot. Boy, for a moment, Chicoine thought she was going to be able to pop it up, and it ricochets off her hand and out of play.
Just beautifully done by Rodriguez. Everyone sees and tries to guess where that ball is going. Heredia Cologne, in any part of the court she is on, you need to make sure you know where she is. But Wilson comes in. Nice slide for her 8th kill. She's hitting at a 538.
Yeah, the offensive numbers are exquisite today for Miami. Really, any way you slice it. We'll get back to Rodriguez's impact in a moment after this possession. Here we go, Heredia Cologne has that spat right back at her. What's she do now? Oh, it's another block!
And I mean, it wasn't even a trap set by Rodriguez. It was just a good block. You have Kara Cressy and Blackshear, just long, lengthy hands over the net.
They love this team in Louisville. Sold out crowd again, like is usual inside this really intimate. It's tight. You can see the fans are right on top of you when you're serving.
But honestly, I think that Louisville is up by 2, yes, because the crowd is behind them, but it's because Heredia Cologne, that's only her 4th kill. Mind you, she had 24. That's 12 each in the first 2 sets. So look for her to start getting set more to bring her team back into this match.
You know, she was hitting .475, all right, after the
Still hitting
second
at a high
set.
clip. But she only has 4 kills this set when she had 12 in sets 1 and 2.
4 kills and 4 errors. So it's been a different story in the third. And yet her team's still within 1. Oh, Peterson. Fortuitous ricochet off of the tape. Louisville by 2. Peyton Peterson.
And we're looking at a new substitution here. We're looking at Robbins, and this is strategic to get a bigger block on that right pin. The undersized Chloe Chicoine rotates out, and we're seeing Robbins. Let's see what she can do. She was a phenomenal blocker, very much a part of that offense last year for Louisville, the national runner-up.
The 6'5" junior now at the net. This is tight. Rodriguez.
So what's the outlet for Louisville?
Oh, Heredia Colon got her hands on that one. Cabello tried to run it down, but it was just 2 hands against 1. 1-point set.
And you appreciate the strategy on the blocking side because Heredia Colon is on that right pin as you see her rotating back to serve. But then you have to understand what's the outlet in that, because Robbins is not used to running on that left pin.
Miami handles a Cabello dump. And it's a whistle point for Miami.
A net violation by number 13, Kara Cressy. That's a tough call to make in such a critical point in the match, which ties it at
2. Miami has taken the first 2 very tight sets, but they won them both. So they're perhaps in a position to sweep Louisville on its home floor. But after the service error, the Cardinals, who are still trying to track down Stanford and stay in the ACC title race, they have to find a way to extend the match. They've got the 1-point edge now and serve it. Heredia Colon puts it on target to the center. Njai got it. Off of the block and out of play, even at 21 again.
And she's had a phenomenal match. Njai at 7 kills, but that's the reliability that they're wanting to establish on that right pin because they're trying to find some consistency. And Njai has been phenomenal for Miami tonight.
Carney's been out for 7 weeks. Njai, you've seen Danilovic at times. That is a tough mistake late in this third set. Service error. It's now 10 for Miami. They're one of the best serving teams in the nation. 5th in the country in aces. The errors, though, have bedeviled them here in the third. Cabello. It's a good dig by Feliciano to the middle. Pancake. Cabello kept it off the floor. Heredia Colon right through the block.
And yet again, sacrificing on the floor. Cabello getting that ball up for some opportunity, but you have to appreciate that Heredia Colon, she knows that there are 3 blockers in front of her, and she just blasts the ball. And then third service error, back to back to back. Who wants it?
Look, if you're Louisville, they have been given the upper hand a couple of times here now late in this set. If you're the Cardinals, you got to take it right now to keep this match going.
And Chloe Chicoine is a good server on that line to do it.
On the slide, Wilson didn't quite have a clean contact. Somehow Louisville kept that one alive. Big chance for Miami. That's Heredia Colon. She comes flying in from the back row. And kill number 31.
That was the only option, really. You saw that there was an errant pass by Wilson, number 10. Rodriguez was just, I gotta go. And look at the seam. A small wrinkle right there, and Heredia Colon takes absolute advantage of it. 4.
Oh my goodness.
That's 4 in a row.
Louisville is serving for set point. They have to win the third in order to keep the match alive. Schrand bombs it away. Here we go. Back set. Wilson, was there a touch? No, it's a mishit. And Louisville somehow keeps the match alive.
For Miami, they made definitely some costly mistakes with 4 service errors back to back to back to back. In that last third set.
That's right, 4 in a row. Louisville begins the third set leading 1-0. So Louisville 1 game behind Stanford at the top of the ACC. Dan Meskey, he said earlier this week, look, our goal is to win the league. We're going to let the chips fall in terms of NCAA tournament seeding after that. Miami, meanwhile, looking to continue one of its best seasons in program history, and they want another win against a ranked opponent. You just saw a couple of moments ago, Miami out of challenges, and the only way it gets one back is if we reach a 5th set. That's the provision, 2 challenges aside to begin the match, and the only way you get an extra is if we play into a 5th. And are we now headed in that direction after Louisville won the 3rd? Rodriguez, look, there's nothing she could do. They're out of challenges. She was clearly appealing to her head coach. That was a maybe.
And it was a maybe,
yeah,
but
that would have been close, but nothing Jose Gandara can do. Fleur Marie Heredia Cologne. That one was a touch.
That was clearly a touch. But honestly, from a coach's perspective, even if I did have a challenge to give, I would not send it this early, especially when the game's on the line. I want my team to earn their points, and right now, they're asking for the officials to give them a few points and Louisville to make some mistakes. You got to earn your points.
What a high-level match. A marquee match in the ACC. 1 of 2 today. Stanford going to play SMU, another top 10 battle. That's at 5 on ESPN2. So there's a lot at stake in the league today. Louisville, 4-1 edge. Louisville, Charlie Cream's latest bracketology projections, 3 seed right now. Miami, a projected 5 seed. They're 2 weeks away from the NCAA tournament. Louisville smothers the superstar that time, and they have got the momentum.
And honestly, look at the block. There's absolutely nowhere that Heredia Cologne could go. Kara Cressy, number 13, does a good job of sealing that net, sealing that angle.
Tight set, Wiley got it to go. It's Logan Wiley, the sophomore.
Logan Wiley wanted that ball, and she got it. Just being available to your setter with first tempo. Wherever Rodriguez is, that time she's at the 3-meter line, she can still force that ball to the middle to get a kill. And you see Wiley be successful there.
Chacoin handles that. BB. Peterson cashes in. Now Louisville has got its biggest lead of the match. Or this part of me has matched their largest lead. At any point in this match, early in the 4th set, Peterson has come alive this weekend in Louisville. Back set, Fleur Marie. Oh, Cressy, get it out of here. Another rejection.
This is the team that every fan in this building recognizes. Louisville has been dominant on the defensive end, specifically in the blocking category, and you're seeing it put on a show today. Another one.
Back to back. Heredia Cologne really frustrated. Miami's calling a timeout.
Just energizing momentum shift when you can block a very good attacker, and right now Louisville is in their blocking bag.
It's psychological, isn't it? Oh, Peterson finds the floor.
That's something, again, I talked about earlier in the match, but Peterson coming from the back row, that's what's been missing from this Louisville game, is that back row option, because the front row doesn't always execute. So you gotta find a way to attack at all ends.
Heredia Cologne finds a way to get back in the scoring column here. It's 9-3. But to your point, Peterson has 19 kills, so she is 1 away from her career high. That was earlier this year against Illinois in a 4-set win. She's hitting .378. Well, Heredia Cologne put a little extra behind that one. She was very frustrated in the early goings of this set and leading into that timeout.
I mean, and that comes at you fast. And as a player, you cannot move faster than the ball, so you have to have some establishment from your feet and just put your platform out. And that got away from Chloe Chacoin.
Into the net. It's another error. Miami, because it is so good at the line, it is really high risk, high reward.
And I mean, 13 errors, service errors, is a lot to put on the board for an emotional team like Miami, because you see that Heredia Cologne is clearly frustrated.
It's basically 3 points you're giving to your opponent in each set. Oh, another! It's a straight one-on-one block for Hannah Sherman.
It intimidates hitters when you can be able to block the ball. Look at the patience of number 11, Hannah Sherman. All alone, she says, I can take care of it.
Not much is getting through for Miami in this set. Wiley finds the back corner, though. It's 11-5. The first 2 sets, Jen, were very tight. They were very evenly matched, very competitive. Miami won them both, including a 29-27 set 2 victory. And then Louisville bounced back with a late surge in the third to extend the match. Njai scores it. Let me ask you this. Did Miami... All right, you got something else. What's going on?
We're looking at a potential injury from number 10 on Miami's side. Dahlia Wilson went down hard as Njai was attacking over her. So look for that to kind of be a hindrance on the side of Miami, because Wilson has been a driving force out of the middle. Cabello being aggressive, but that's that half step that Wilson is really missing because of that potential injury that she sustained. Again, Wilson, number 10 out of the middle, was just nowhere to be found. It could be that she is really thinking about that lingering ankle twist.
This one's going to be tight at the net. Whoa, all right. That's your unconventional kill.
And the net is moving, so someone was in the net. And I believe number 6 was in the net.
Pretty close. Meanwhile, we play on. 5-point set again. And just a misconnection. So, all right. Goes back to what you mentioned. So that was Rodriguez looking for Wilson.
And right now, if I were a setter, Wilson isn't available to me for at least a few points. We have to make sure for Miami, Wilson is reset and she can tell you when she's ready to go on the attack.
Rodriguez right to Wilson. Nope, no way. Louisville doubling up Miami. It is the Cardinals that are now the aggressor. They've got a bounce. They've got a little swagger. Wilson wanted it instead. Heredia Cologne. Oh, she can't get much through at all. Louisville is an immovable object at the net.
Talk about a block party. No balls have came across that net. You see Peterson, number 21, just teardrop that right hand for that block.
7.
Beautifully done.
Wow, 7 blocks. Rodriguez mishit, or pardon me, there was a touch. There was a touch. Miami will get that point. So
she did that with a little bit of anger, a little bit of frustration. She let that out with that point, Rodriguez, on that kill. Let's see if Miami can crawl back into this.
Nice work that time from Schrand. Peterson. There's a little battle at the net. Miami with the upper hand. Heredia Cologne scores it.
Heredia Colon is in a good position. Again, we talked about it. She is a player, a one-man show that can bring her team back into this set to have a fighting chance. But now the momentum is still all with Louisville because the block has been shutting down every attacker.
Back-to-back for the Canes.
Yeah, I'd stop the bleeding real quick. Don't let Miami grab any of this energy.
In the ACC, it's SMU and Stanford. It has been a very compelling ACC title race all year. And all four of those teams that you just saw are in the thick of it. Of course, Pittsburgh lost, remember, to Stanford in 5 2 nights ago. So they now sit a game behind the Cardinals. Pardon me. It was a little Cardinals, Cardinal. What I was going for there. Been saying Cardinals all day. We've got a whistle. And it's a point for Louisville.
Smart play by 21 Peterson, just going nice and high hands, but not hard driven ball. She's finding hands purposefully and intentionally for her 20th kill.
Heredia Colon scores another.
She still has the hot hand. She just cooled off because she was not getting as many attempts in this third set. But I think Rodriguez knows who she needs to go to as often as possible if they want to come back in the set.
35 kills for Heredia Colon. And for the supernova in the sport, it is 5 straight 30-plus kill performances. I mean, it is rare that that happens, particularly at this level.
And when we talked to the SID earlier before this match, she holds the top 4 spots for most points and most kills in a match this season alone.
Single game performances, right. Yeah,
and
she's 1 through 4 on the list alone.
She might
There's
hit
another.
5. I think the lowest was 34 kills in a match this season, and she's at 35, so might not add her back to the record books.
Grew up in a volleyball household in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Both of her parents played professionally. Her mom was on the Dominican national team. Both her mother Flor, father Jorge. So she has evolved in one of the best in the sport. How about this defense?
And number 6, she did not have to swing block. She just really shifted her feet. Right place, good timing to get that block from Miami.
4-0 run for the Canes. Cressy ends the run. An emphatic swing at the net.
And I like that Cabello, number 8, is mixing up the shots for Kara Cressy. She's trying to make sure she's a part of this offense. Again, that's her 8th kill. Hitting at a low percentage for a middle with efficiency because first tempo offense is really effective. But it's nice to see Kara Cressy getting some kills on the board.
Heredia Colon, smart shot, went cross court for her 37th kill.
Now this is a good front line for Miami to really utilize. You've got Heredia Colon on that left pin, but Njai has had a phenomenal match for Miami as well. Number 15 there. You're going to see her go to that right pin.
Rodriguez is so good at the service line. It was 15-7, and now Miami on an 11-2 run.
And a left-handed server, top spin. She goes cross court, choosing the longest part of the court. Quick whip on that arm behind the service line.
Cabello right at the net. Cressy got it. Louisville back in front by 2.
And let's talk about how Chloe Chicoine handled that pass. It was a rocket serve to her, really coming fast at their setter Cabello, and Cressy takes care of it. We've got blood
Ariana
on the
Rodriguez.
jersey and the hand.
Looks like she's cut, or the left, maybe the left pinky. was cut during.
Robbins is back in for Louisville, making a sub, so Louisville chooses to go strategic here on that block.
That's through Flor Marie Heredia Cologne's fingertips. So it's a freebie for Louisville. Already up 2. And they felt the Cabello sneak attack coming. Robbins blocks Heredia Cologne.
If you come off the bench cold, you do your job, and Robbins does it well. Look at that block. Number 25 elevates over. Nice strategy by Coach Dan Meskey to put her in.
3-point lead for Louisville, who must win this set in order to force the 5th. Back set, Cressy. No doubter.
I mean, you think about it, who's going to be the outlet, because Robbins is in strategically for defense. You got to know that ball is going to carry Cressy for her 10th kill on the match. Block.
Things have flipped since the first 2 sets. Rodriguez is going to go to the superstar. She punches it. Peterson handles. Cressy again. Kara Cressy in attack mode in the 4th.
You're going to see a substitution on the side of Miami. Number 17 coming in for number 15, Njai.
Yeah, it's Jasmine Vergara. Louisville with all the momentum. And it has to win this in order to force a 5th set. Vergara got blocked. Couldn't handle that one coming off the bench cold. I mean, this is Louisville's set now to give away. They are in command.
And I wonder what that decision was that Ariana Rodriguez made, just coming off into the match, this entire match, to set the outside.
Robbins, another rejection. Miami can't get anything through in this 4th set.
I mean, it's honestly very suffocating to shut down an attacker. Robbins does a beautiful job. She's just coming in. Strategy is to defend. Louisville's doing it beautifully.
Had to change something up. That's a savvy, clever shot. 23-17.
And that's what a big block does for any team. It's very intimidating to the attacker. Irregardless of how aggressive you are. Again, Heredia Cologne has 37 kills. It doesn't mean anything getting down. Everything at all ends.
How about Cressy in this 4th set?
6 blocks for Kara Cressy, number 13.
Huge, and she's got 4 kills as well. A lot of them have been very timely. And they have been very emphatic. 5-point set. There's Cressy, the captain, the program vet. 5th year with the program from Fort Wayne, Indiana. What a legacy she is going to leave here at Louisville. That's long, and we're going to have set point coming up. Louisville has somehow found a way to climb all the way back into this match after losing the first 2 sets, after playing from behind at a couple of points late in the 3rd. They turn it around, win that. And at times they have trampled Miami here in the 4th. That's long, but a touch. There was a touch, and the 4th set continues. Flor Marie Heredia Cologne approaching 40 kills. This looks like she's bound to break her own program record she set, perhaps, earlier this year.
Cabello has a lot of options, but if this pass is anywhere near the net.
Chacoin. Blocked off the antenna. Louisville points. It's won back-to-back sets.
And it was a reverse sweep by both of those teams. So let's see what Miami does, but let's see how Louisville can handle this 5th set.
I mean, sit back, relax, enjoy this one, folks. This is high-level volleyball in the ACC. Peterson paints the line to get the scoring started. It's a season high, 21 kills for Peterson.
Big energy shift on the side of Louisville. They've got the crowd behind them, playing with a lot more spunk.
Heredia Cologne responds. Smashes that off the block. Now is Dan Meskey.
You might get a challenge because there was a touch at the net. So now the discussion is whether or not Heredia Cologne clipped it on her attack or if the block clipped it, because it was just simply a point. But Louisville is looking to get that ball back on a net violation.
Well, I think if anybody touched it, it might have been Heredia Cologne. Yeah, that's clearly what Dan Meskey.
Louisville's challenging a net fault.
Yep, that's what he wants us to take a look at.
So
this
in
is
this
important.
last attack, you're looking to see her right hand, Heredia Cologne in white, goes trickling down that net. So good challenge by Coach Dan Meskey.
And it will be 2-0 Louisville.
After the review, the call on the floor will be reversed. There is a net fault. Louisville will get the point and retain their challenge.
So now in the commotion, Miami needs to make sure that they're in the right rotation because they were awarded the point, but they have to reverse course. So they want to make sure that they're in the right rotation to not let go of any points.
First to 15. You must win by 2. The 5th set sprint. Rodriguez pass it out to Heredia Cologne. Miss hit. 3-zip Cardinals.
The frustration on the side of Heredia Cologne and Miami has been building since that third set loss.
It has. Rodriguez, quick sneak attack. Chicoine went sprawling out to try to save it, and Miami needed that. Ariana Rodriguez, the redshirt sophomore from Manhattan. One of the more skilled and dynamic setters in the league. On target to Cabello, quick to the middle, Cressy smothered.
Ball a little bit too low for Kara Cressy, number 13 in red. And also she needs to move away from that block. Number 4 in white, Wiley did a good job of being patient and tagging that block for Miami.
3-2, 5th set. Somehow Blackshear found the open spot on the floor. The rookie gets it done. Eight kills for Blackshear. Hannah Kenny serves it. No touch, miss hit.
Frustration builds. And these are quality sets. There's nothing more that number 6 in white, Ariana Rodriguez, can really do. The tempo is good. It's just the intimidation of that Louisville block that I really think has gotten Miami.
Louisville wins that battle. Going back to that prior Heredia Cologne swing.
And look at
decision
number 6.
making is not quite right for her.
And what I was saying is number 6, she's making the right decisions. It's just the intimidation of the Louisville block really takes over, and that is a skill that I think is not trained to be intentional, because blocking can change the nature of the game. Again, Louisville has 15 blocks on this match, Miami with only 9. It shuts down your hitters, and right now, Heredia Cologne, number 12 for Miami, has been very quiet.
Another service error. Yeah, to your point, she has not nearly been as effective in sets 3 through 5
and look
compared to the first 2 sets.
And look at the frustration on number 6 right now. She does not know what to do. How is Miami going to climb out of this? It's all Louisville as you see that strategic substitution. Number 25, Robbins. Look for her on that left pin.
This one's really tight. Oh, Robbins is there!
Super sub. Number 25, Robbins, as they switch sides. defense in any sport makes offense a little bit easier, and that's what you're seeing right now for this Louisville Cardinals squad.
Push it out to Njai. Opportunity for Louisville. Cabello to the back row. Peterson! Big swing in a big time.
You see now Miami attackers are taking a little bit off of their swing. They're tipping more, being less aggressive. That's not the same on the side of Louisville. Really getting some back row offense from Peterson.
Performance of the year for Peterson against Miami.
Again, another tip on the side of Miami, less aggressive, and now they have to send a free ball. You better believe Louisville's gonna put it right back at them.
Cressy! It's good! Timeout Miami.
To pass, and Robin, number 25, is waiting for her.
She's been the X factor. And Miami with a fortuitous break. Boy, it was a great serve. And then that overpass winds up surprising the front line. You can't really blame Louisville there. That's a break for the Canes.
But honestly, Miami got away with one because that's a strategy. You look for Heredia Colon to pass the ball, but she looks to her libero and says, I'm not passing this ball. I'm going to bail out.
Great serve from Heredia Colon. Here she comes. And there she goes. It's 41 kills. So she one more kill, and she ties her own single match kills record that she set 10 days ago against Florida State. She's more focused on getting her team back in this match.
And I also think the difference maker on this side of Louisville, Heredia Colon has a phenomenal serve, but you've got a back row attacker now on the side of Louisville for some more offense.
There she was, another swing. Strand on the floor. Chacoin had it knocked right back at her. Chacoin blocked, and it's in. Miami with consecutive, or pardon me, it's now 3 in a row for the Hurricanes.
And that's one of those balls from Cabello. I would have shot back to number 21, ready to attack here. You don't want, again, an emotional team like Miami.
Can it get back into this 5th set? It's do or die here in the final set of the match. Cressy with another.
Just smart shot, that ball coming. We know Kara Cressy, number 13, is going behind the setter on that slide, but that's a good tip into no man's land.
She and Robbins right there. They have been so impactful. 4th and 5th sets. Heredia Colon, that's long. No, there was a touch. There was a touch at the net.
And there was no challenge, no question that there was a touch at the net by Coach Dameski of Louisville.
Well, again, she's just tied her own program record. Most kills in a match, 42. So one more, and she will rewrite the record book again. You got to write in pencil this year in that Miami record book. There we go. Chacoin rises.
Louisville is in a tough rotation here. You've got Chloe Chacoin on that left pin against a very big block here.
Right back to her. Miami has handled it a couple of times. Chacoin, long. Back to back for the Canes.
He's gonna take that challenge.
Louisville will challenge. So Dan Meskey saying a pinky. Maybe by a pinky here, Louisville's gonna be saved.
Louisville is challenging a block touch.
Again, he has 2. What do you like to say? You can't take them with you here. This is the 5th and final set.
And this is the best look here. We're looking at the right hand of number 15, Njai.
Do we have enough and anything definitive that would show the finger get bent back right here?
And right there, I think there's enough space between her right hand and the ball going line to not overturn that call.
I think I would be with you on that one. Again, it's got to be definitive. The key is, do we have anything indisputable? And I think that term is missing. I don't know if we have anything indisputable. We'll see what Brian Hemmelgarn says.
After the review, the call on the floor is confirmed. The ball was out. Louisville will lose a challenge.
One challenge left for both of these savvy head coaches. What a match in Louisville. Cabello, back set to Sherman, denied, Danilovic.
And again, as I mentioned, this is a tough rotation for Louisville. You have number 7 Chacoin on that left pin, and you have Hannah Sherman, who doesn't regularly involve herself in the offense. She is more defensive-minded middle. So I'm looking at a potential back row attack from Peterson out of pipe to get some offense out of Louisville.
Cabello trying to pop it over. Miami now on a run. Heredia Cologne neutralized. No kill. Here's Chacoin. Tried to roll it. You got bodies sprawling all over the place. Chacoin rises off the block. It's good.
And honestly, Kevin, that's where experience comes from with Chacoin. She was fading outside of the net. Hard angle, but she finds the hands.
She has had to work hard. 8 kills today, but she's had some timely ones. Very quick to Danilovic. Chacoin. Chacoin converts. Louisville is 2 away from a dramatic reverse sweep. Timeout, Miami. Its last timeout of the match. Oh, into the net. Miami to serve it. First to 15, win by 2. Louisville is 2 away. Njai bats it away. Cabello up high. Chacoin had to punch it. Chance for the Hurricanes. Heredia Cologne converts. And in the process, a new program record. 43 kills. That is the 3rd time this year. She has not only set a record, but now she's bested her own record twice.
She's atop herself on the match leaderboard.
Goodness
Phenomenal
gracious.
performance.
2-point set. Blackshear turned away that time. Chacoin. Cressy on the floor, keeps it alive. Chacoin sticks with it. Match point coming up.
And again, as I said, Hannah Sherman is not a defensive middle, but you see her get that ball. Offensive middle. Defense is the name of her game, and she puts that in a position for Louisville to take this match.
Match point in Louisville.
And we have a challenge.
Miami is challenging a net fault at the end of the rally.
Jose Keno Gandara, he is out of timeouts. He's got this one challenge. And so
again, this is icing.
we'll see if there's anything here.
And we'll see if anything is in here, because that was a long rally, a good defensive opportunity for Louisville, and they come away with that point. But let's see if there was a net within the rally.
Anything legitimate here?
And we can see, if you look at the legs of Chloe Chacoin, it could be very well that she touched the net.
After the review, the call on the floor is confirmed. No net fault. Miami will lose their challenge.
That was a quick call.
Match point right here. Rodriguez going to Heredia Cologne. Punch right back to the middle. Wilson with a hammer. Dahlia Wilson keeps this match alive.
I mean, way to step up. That was the best set to Wilson from Rodriguez for Miami that I have seen this entire match.
Danilovic serves it. Where's Cabello gonna go? Peterson, got it! Louisville does it! The reverse sweep! Dramatic, incredible come from behind victory over the 14th ranked Hurricanes. It's their first reverse sweep.